Hello there, fellow summoners. Mad Dog HT here, and we're going in for the last objective for Eternity of Pain. This is the bargaining week 2, and the objective is a symbiote. And this is the Paragon objective, if I am understanding correctly. It doesn't really say, but I'm pretty sure it is. And so out of my symbiotes, I'm going with Venompool. I think Venompool or Venom are both solid options. With Venompool, his special one, his Nom Nom, is not categorized as a nullify. So the return policy doesn't trigger. With Venom, it is. And you can use that to your advantage either way. The one nice thing with Venompool is in longer fights, he ramps up really nicely. So that's the reason why I chose him. This was my second attempt and I got the solo. It's not the cleanest. We do hang on at the end, but he's very capable of soloing for this node. It's got outside in. If you stay away for 3 seconds, you can see that little root hand icon on Venompool. If you stay away for 3 seconds, you end up getting rooted. So you do want to try and stay in close proximity as much as possible. You only got to come in once to reset that timer just for a split second, so just keep that in mind. It's got Riot, so you saw that he started fully unblockable. It's got that unblockable buff. When you throw a special, that unblockable converts into an unstoppable, and then the heavy will take it out. But the nice thing with Venompool is that special one will just eat it up and it won't switch it to have triggered the unstoppable. So once it's gone, you're good. So as long as I don't heavy, I won't see the unblockable again. Got kind of lucky there with throwing a special one where he didn't retaliate. But yeah, and then Matador, when he throws a special, you gain 1 bar. That's the only way you can gain power in this fight. And regardless if it's a special 1 or a special 2, you just gain the 1 bar. Return policy will give him an extra bar, but in this fight, special 1s from Venompool, they're just a Nom Nom. They're not a nullify. So we don't have to worry about the extra power gain from taking off like the precision that comes from the L2, or I think he gets some like true strike stuff up and some other buffs from the special 1. And just as much as possible, push him to special 2. That's the whole key in this. Now with Venom, you can just use the special 1 and the return policy will push him to special 2 most frequently, which is kind of nice. But I don't have a ranked up. I have a rank 5 Venom. But I don't have a 6-star Venom. I wish I did. But Venompool is great. You can see the damage output gets pretty decent. And I was spamming a lot of special 1s. Here I'm going to throw a special 2, hoping that I would get through the trap, and I didn't. I end up staying away, and I get rooted. And I made it out of that. I did get bled through a special 1. And that's the one thing, is if he throws a special 1, you want to stay close and immediately counter with your special. 1 hit into special 1. That will get rid of the trap. And then yeah, you can see I'm just doing a hard block after my combo, shorten the combos, 4 hits, 3 hits, hard block, and then hoping that it will bait him into a heavy, and that will give me the opening. And then just whenever I can, hit into the block, hard block, push him to special 2. And with Venompool, his cookie meter does get built up as you hit into the block. So whether you're hitting him or hitting into the block, you get the benefit from that, and you can keep your buffs going. Now, I probably would have gone for a special 3 earlier on, but I didn't. See there, I went through the trap. I get bled. I'm like, oh, I'm going to die from this. But I do end up getting enough adrenaline heal to just squeak it out on this one. But I think the next special that I throw is going to be, I might throw another special 1 or 2, but I do end up throwing a special 3, and I do end up getting that bleed pause, and it does some decent damage. But even the special 1, it does a decent bleed. on its own. So spamming the special ones, if that helps to kind of get Kraven in the power cycle that you want to keep pushing him to special 2s, that helps. But if he is going to throw a special 1, just immediately try to counter and be close to where you can get rid of that trap. Because, I don't know, at least for me, being trapped and stuck in place, it's just really funky, and I just don't do well. I don't do well with it. I know you can dex it all out, but you got to be super clean. And it's got the disorients, the defective defense. I didn't mention that, but you can see that does give you some willpower healing. You can dash back and hold block to remove those one at a time. But yeah, I'm just generally trying not to block a lot in this fight. Here we get the special 3 off. It's going to get a decent bleed. And you can see it's ticking for almost 2,500. There we immediately counter the special 1 with our special 1. We get the bleed paused from reaching over 100 on the cooking meter, and he bleeds out, and we get the solo. So yeah, this was my second attempt. I will show my first attempt and then the blooper reel at the end. But Venompool, very capable option. Venom, also really solid to do the symbiote objective if you're Paragon. And you know, if you need to use revives items, there's that option too. You get the same rewards as somebody that gets a solo, so just remember that. We're going to claim the spider symbiote objective. We got all the objective cleared, and yeah, I actually really enjoyed this week. This is kind of a tricky fight to kind of get a hang of, but once you do, it's not too bad. There we go. That was my first attempt, and I messed up on a dash back. But thanks for watching, fellas. Hope you enjoyed. Hope this helps, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.